What's up, guys? Transfer Streamers here, back with another video. Today I'm here with Gyan and Ekevin.
Hello.
We're going to be previewing the big Premier League matches this weekend. Before we get into this video, I got to advertise our sponsor, and that is onlinegameshop.com. If you want to buy some FIFA Ultimate Team coins or FIFA points, go check them out. Link will be in the description. Go buy some points or coins from there. But let's get started with this. Let's start off with the big early match on Saturday, which is Leicester and Chelsea. Gyan, start off with you.
All right. Start off with, I'm gonna say that this is another game, another chance to try a different formation. I think Chelsea got to go with the 3-5-2. The 3-5-2 that we saw Italy play at the Euros. I think now it's time to use it. Of course, Willian will not be available this weekend because of the tragic death of his mother, and he has to return to Brazil, so he will not be available for Saturday's match.
He won't.
I think that now is the crucial time to change it up again. Try a 3-5-2. So you put Batshuayi and Costa up front with Hazard in the hole behind them. I think this will be good for Hazard because he said midweek that he wants to play there as a number 10, and he basically for Belgium played in the number 10 position as well, and he did very, very well. So I think now is the time to try that out. I know it's 3 different formations in 3 different games, but I think that it's as good a time as any to try it out, and I think this is a game we could win by doing that.
We
should know our best formation as soon as possible. We still don't know it. So I think now it's time to try that.
But we also got John Terry playing in this new formation. What are your thoughts on that? Thoughts on that?
I think he'd be brilliant in the 3-5-2. I think once we get Zuma back and we have the back three of Zuma, David Luiz, and Terry, then hopefully next year the back three of Zuma, David Luiz, Christensen, and hopefully Koulibaly, which might happen in January, but I'm not going to get into that. I hope that we're going to have a good group of center backs you can rotate through, which is really important. I think John Terry in the back three, his lack of pace will not be an issue because there'll be other defenders to cover for him. He's great at passing the ball, so is David Luiz. Mm-hmm. So I think we're going to be very good at sort of controlling the game, and his leadership will just fix everything at the back. Yeah. I think he'll really be brilliant. And I think that the thing for John Terry, in my opinion, is you suit him for the big games. I assume that against the smaller teams, that the best way to go is to play, maybe Azpilicueta as a third center back because adds more pace in the back line. Yeah, because we don't have Zuma. The pace is terrible, right? So when you have Alonso and whoever the right wing back will be going up, you got wingers running in behind them. That space, who's going to sprint back over the space? I mean, of course, Conte's like, let's try Azpilicueta center back against Hull, and that was brilliant because you've got like Abel Hernandez sprinting at them, and Azpilicueta's pace able to deal with that brilliantly. I think that's an issue with Leicester is the pace of Musa and Vardy. I think he might just go with Azpilicueta, David Luiz, and John Terry as a center back three, which I would support completely as a back three.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting with this new formation.
But Gyan, Musa doesn't regularly start for Leicester these days. Only it's Slimani and Vardy.
Slimani's also got pace as well.
Yeah.
So we really.
I don't get why he's not playing Musa because when Musa played in the Community Shield, he caused so much threat to the United defense. Yeah. I don't get it. I think Musa should be starting because with that pace, I think Leicester can score many goals in Premier League.
Yeah, Musa.
That's a key battle as well.
Musa. I mean, Leicester brought him in.
It should be a front three. Musa, Vardy, and Slimani.
I mean, yeah, Leicester brought that Musa in to help them in the Champions League.
3-4-3.
And now they're not even playing him that much, so I find that interesting. I think Slimani, though, I think he's class as well.
I hope that we get Zuma back before the United game. We can put him at centre back. But for now, I think Azpilicueta needs to be there. And I think Moses as the right wing back is brilliant. I mean, I want to sign, what's the guy's name? The Portuguese dude, Cancelo. Because he'd be brilliant.
2 goals in 2 games for Portugal.
Yeah, he'd be brilliant as a wing back because and I want players who are used to the position. Like Cancelo can play as a right back and a right mid. Alonso played as a right wing back at Fiorentina, so you got guys used to it. Azpilicueta, right center back, he has no problem with it at all. I think we saw against Hull. So I assume that against the bigger teams, we could play him as a wing back, but then against the smaller teams, put him as a center back.
Remember when Ivanovic played center back and then Azpilicueta played right back, and then you had who on the left that time? You had Bauer Rahman, right?
Yeah, with Rahman. That was in the Champions League. We had
that was a game that was for Gus Hiddink. That was for Gus Hiddink. Yeah, it was. I think that worked quite well for Chelsea in the Premier League when
Ivanovic is definitely a backup center back in the. I mean, when you look at sort of the philosophy of having two players in every position. I think that the first choice right wing back is Azpilicueta.
Yeah.
Second choice right wing back would be Moses. The first choice left back is Alonso, and then the second choice left wing back would be Pedro. So you see that there's no cover there, and sort of Ivanovic is now a center back permanently.
I have a
Because
question though
yeah.
about the squad because Loftus-Cheek may be coming in.
Yeah.
So
Now, someone made the point that Loftus-Cheek and Chaloba's careers have gone opposite directions since Conte came in. I think that Loftus-Cheek, Conte doesn't like him as a CDM or a CM. He wants him further up the pitch. So maybe he comes in for Willian. He has the pace.
For sure.
I think maybe he comes in for Willian, or maybe he comes in late in the game at center midfield. But
I'd like to see him be playing in Willian's position.
I don't think that Willian will have. I think in my suggestion, there will be no Willian position. It will be two strikers instead, and then just one guy in the attacking mid and the two wing backs. So maybe you deploy Loftus-Cheek further back, but then that takes away Chaloba's spot. It's going to be interesting to see how Conte figures it out. I think you can't think about the young players until we've got the formation nailed on, and then we know.
But I mean, it's hard not to think about them when you've got Tammy Abraham just wrecking the championship.
Yeah, Brett Bristol, he's brilliant. Yeah, I think for strikers, it's like obvious. But for the midfield, it's such a foggy area right now. We don't know who's going to play where. I think it's important just to, let's get the formation, then fit the young players in the formation. I hope the quicker we do that, the better. And Chaloba can play, I think, anywhere in the midfield, but he's better as, a backup for Conte almost, in the sense that he's good there. So I think he's got a good place in the squad. Loftus-Cheek, we have to wait and see where he's going to play.
Okay, but let's all have predictions for this.
One more thing. Coming from a United fan perspective, I personally like to see Oscar play for Chelsea.
Interesting.
I'll give Oscar another chance. I mean, I know Chelsea fans gave him a lot of stick recently. I mean, if you guys give him another go, man, I think you'll suit best in.
An interesting stat was that Oscar made the most tackles in the first game of the season against West Ham. He made more tackles than Conte. I think that says a lot about his playing style.
But you can't, Conte, you could say he's sort of a match of his own, because if you just watch him for a whole game, he's just brilliant. He's probably been the most impactful player at Chelsea this season. I think he is just class.
I mean, good impact Conte, bad impact Cahill, but yeah.
But but I mean, Conte has been just a huge impact on the Premier League and for Chelsea.
I think the issue is if we don't start playing Fabregas will sign for United. I genuinely believe that.
I think we'll go back to Arsenal.
Mourinho would come in for him. Mourinho would actually come. I think we need to play him, or else Mourinho could come in for him.
All right.
I think Mourinho's more interested in Matic because he's more of a defensive player. Mourinho wants more defensive players in the team.
We should move on now. So let's make a prediction for this match.
I want to mention one thing. Conte hinted that Batshuayi would start, so that's another interesting thing to think about.
Costa should go.
But let's
start together.
Let's make a prediction before we get into an entirely different conversation. Gian, I'm going with you on this one.
2-1 Chelsea.
Kevin?
4-1 Chelsea.
Oh.
I don't know what I'm gonna go with.
Go 3-1. It'll be funny.
Yeah, I'll go 3-1. Yeah, I'll go for 3-1.
I think Chelsea gonna do another Liverpool and United on Leicester.
I don't have faith in us keeping a clean sheet. Maybe 3-1. I think we hit the stride, but it doesn't matter by how many. What matters is the 3 points. I think we'll get it.
Gray's goal was too good for De Gea to save it, so you can't do anything about it, can you?
I'm scared that Chelsea will not attack. I think
after we get in the
lead, we're going to be like, let's not lose the ball because these strikers can hurt us. I think we will not attack that much. It could be Conte just trying to choke the game out, as we saw with Italy and Spain, because he saw how strong Spain will just choke out the game. I'm afraid he might do that tomorrow.
All right, guys, thank you for watching this Chelsea preview. The next video will be the Manchester United preview, and after that, the Man City and Everton preview. Thanks for watching this one. Peace.